At Mango Languages, we wanted to find out what librarians were doing to adapt and overcome in these challenging times. Today, we have Eleni Tsoukatos, a reference librarian from Attleboro Public Library in Attleboro, Massachusetts. Hi there, Eleni.
Hi, Scott.
It's wonderful to see you.
Wonderful to see you too.
Of course. For everyone at home, would you be willing to introduce yourself and what you do?
Sure. My name is Eleni Tsoukatos, and I'm one of the reference librarians at the Attleboro Public Library. We serve a population of 45,000 people. I work at the reference desk, answering a variety of questions, including technology questions, and also help patrons use our digital resources. In addition, I order materials for the language collection, including ESL materials and Spanish language books. I also am the leader of 3 groups: the Biography Book Group, the Genealogy Club, and the English Conversation Circle.
Very nice. Would you be willing to walk me through some of the changes and things that have happened at the library in the past few months?
Sure. So starting in early February, Massachusetts had its first confirmed case of COVID-19. On March 10th, our governor issued a state of emergency for Massachusetts. A week later, our library building was closed, and staff has mostly been working remotely ever since then.
Wow, that sounds rather challenging for you and the other librarians. Would you be willing to mention some of the challenges that you guys have gone through?
Well, the biggest challenge has been for our library to continue to connect with and serve our patrons while our library building has been closed.
Now, while the library has been closed, what has the library done to evolve?
So staff members took a number of different steps. One of them was to set up virtual programming. The children's department created a virtual story time. There was short story discussions. There was also a Lego club meeting, and even the knitters group met online. I also led my groups through virtual discussions, and I heard really good feedback from them. They appreciated that they had the opportunity to connect with other patrons during these stressful times, and also it kind of broke up some of that isolation that a lot of them had been feeling.
All right, so you mentioned the virtual knitting club. What else has the library done?
Sure. So we put on our website a post informing our community that if they didn't have a card with us, a library card, or had lost it, they could access our digital resources with a temporary e-library card. All they need to do is go to our website, attleboro.library.org, and click on the link and just enter some basic information.
Wonderful. That sounds very easy. Would you be willing to elaborate a little bit more on the importance of having these digital resources?
Oh, definitely. I think it's really important for libraries to have digital resources because it allows patrons to access our library resources from their home, which has been really important during COVID-19. And many of the digital resources also have apps like Mango Languages, which allows patrons to access and learn while they're on the go. So definitely we have a digital resource for everyone.
Very nice. Now, I noticed that you mentioned a little bit of a shameless plug for Mango, which I very much appreciate. I was wondering if you could let me know any other feedback that you've received about Mango Languages.
Well, we received a lot of positive feedback regarding Mango from our patrons. They love how easy and fun it is to use. In addition, my English Conversation Circle participants like that there's English instruction in many different languages. I personally am also using Mango to learn Spanish, and I appreciate that I get to hear the correct pronunciation of the Spanish vocabulary, and I really appreciate the grammar hints that are included.
Oh, wonderful. Now, you mentioned your patrons just a minute ago, and I was wondering if you had the chance right now to be able to reach out to them and talk with them. What would you like to say to your patrons?
I want to tell them that we really miss them and we look forward to when we can see them again in the future, and encourage them to go to our website, attleboro.library.org, and use our digital resources, or consider signing up for one of our virtual programs.
Now, to other librarians in your position, what would you like to say to them?
I would tell them to try to persevere the best they can professionally and personally, and to try to practice self-care as often as they can. I would also encourage them to promote their digital resources, especially if they have Mango languages, and also to be creative in thinking of how to transform regular programming to virtual programs. And lastly, I want to wish them the best of luck as they go forward with the new changes.
I agree. That sounds very wonderful, Eleni. I very much appreciate talking with you.
Me too. Thank you for this opportunity, Scott, and thank you, Mango Languages.